Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel, Everything Tech, where we talk about everything tech. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and audio review of the sound addicted SM-Pad 4 isolation pads. I have previously done videos on my Presonus Eris E3.5 speakers, which you can see behind me, and I've noticed that occasionally, because my desk setup is a glass surface, the studio monitors will pick up vibration from the music. And so a little while back I looked at isolation pads as a way to improve the overall music quality and output from the speakers. And so what we'll do today is unbox these. We'll show you what they look like, how they essentially function, and then what we'll do is do an audio test with the studio monitor speakers with the isolation pads as well as without the isolation pads. Hopefully that'll provide a comparison for how the music plays that way, as well as my hope is when recording this, I'll be able to record audio so that we can show a side-by-side comparison of the wavelengths and the audio files to see if there's an objective difference as well. And so we'll get started by opening these up and showing you what comes in the packaging. Okay, so here are the isolation pads from Sound Addicted. These are the SM-Pad 4s. This company offers different sizes of isolation pads depending on your need for the speaker or studio monitor. So what I recommend doing is measuring your speaker first and get the overall depth and width of the speaker, and then look online and look at the different options that this company offers and figure out which size is best for you. For the Presonus Eris E3.5 speakers, these should work. So if you need them, it's the SM-Pad 4s, which we're reviewing in this video. Right up here it lists the dimensions, so it says it's for 3-inch, 3.5-inch, 4-inch, or 4.5 monitor speakers. The dimensions are specifically 6.3 by 8 by 1.4 inches, and that's really all that the packaging shows. The packaging is pretty basic. It's essentially a Ziploc bag with a tab at the top, so we'll just open this and take a look at inside. So when you open this up, essentially it should have the, as you can see, it's got a packaging information thing. It's essentially thanking you for purchasing the product for them. It has the two separate isolation pads, which are right here, and then there's a separate kind of information packet as far as instructions on how to do this, allowing for different angles of configuration and things like that. But that's all that comes in it. We'll take a look at one of these, just we can put the other one to the side. For the isolation pad, essentially what it has is it's got this like premium version of foam. It's kind of soft, but it's sturdy, not too soft, and it's not really pliable. It's really just foam, and it's compressible. It's pretty dense. The isolation pad has a lip here, so when you put the speaker on, you can turn it like this so that the speaker is angled up towards you, or if you need to angle it downwards, you can put it like this and face it towards you that way, depending on your current setup. And then the other option is you can potentially leave this in place in different variations to angle it up or down lower, depending on what you need. Or if you want to keep it flat, you leave this separate piece in place and kind of just keep it flat like that. So what I'll do in this video is I'll set it up the way I need, and we'll go over it that way. What I'm going to do now is what we'll do now is do an audio test without the speaker, or without the isolation pads first. We'll do the same song, and then we'll do it with the isolation pads in place, so you can get a subjective idea of what the music sounds like with the isolation, without the isolation pads. One thing I did want to mention when I do this audio test is I am using a VideoMic Pro on my camera for recording, so that might change how the quality of the music is, just based on the amount how it's recorded. But that's what I'll use for both versions of the audio. And so we'll just get started with this now. Okay, so for the first audio test, we're doing the audio test with the Presonus Eris E3.5 speakers without the isolation pads. I'm going to be playing the song Everything Has a Beginning by Joel Cummins, and we'll do about 30 seconds of each. Okay, and now this is going to be the audio test with the isolation pads in place for the Presonus Eris E3.5 speakers, and we'll play similarly 30 seconds of the same song. Okay, so here are the two separate files that we previously recorded. The first frame here is going to be the studio monitors without the isolation pad. That'll be on this here, as well as on the bottom frame here. And then the second frame here is going to be the studio monitors with the isolation pads. Immediately before we play this, what you can tell based on the audio file here, which I thought was the best comparison, is you can see a lot more noise or background variation in the music file. The audio file has more kind of background noise here compared to here. As you can tell, there's less variation in it. I know this is a novice approach of like looking at this, but that's like the best I could do for a side-by-side comparison. And then what I'm going to do right now is just play them back to back, and so that you can see the file at the bottom, because I thought that was the best comparison that I could find. This will take about a minute. All right, so there you have it. That was a unboxing and audio test of the sound addicted SMP4 isolation pads. Subjectively, when reviewing the video and audio files, I think there is an improvement in the background noise elimination with the isolation pads when looking at the files and then listening to the music repeatedly. However, I'm really curious on what your thoughts are as viewers, both listening to the file as well as your personal experience with using these. A lot of people say that it doesn't really improve the music quality or it's a waste of money. However, I don't really have a personal experience with these. This is my first time using isolation pads, so I'm really curious your thoughts. So please comment below on your thoughts, your experiences, and if you have any questions. Depending on how these work, I'll try to do a follow-up video in the future based on my personal experience over time listening to music with these instead of without them. And so thanks for watching my video, and please like and subscribe to my channel.